Hi Guido Fox here, welkom bij een nieuw book report. Today I want to talk with you about part two of this masterpiece work from Yogananda. Another 800 pages of spiritual information about growth, mental status, and consciousness. 800 pages of information. Part 2 of this masterwork from Yogananda. It is really insane information, and I read all the pages for you and I highlighted the most interesting things, aspects I really found. And the first one is that if you're going deeper and deeper in meditation, you will feel much more. Your intuition will be better and better, and you'll feel what is going on in a person. So if I scan a person, or if I see a person, I see a lot of times what is going on there. Is this guy feeling okay or not? I think also some deeper analysis here, but also you can see the hidden motives of people, and that people can also find you a little bit scary, because if you're a high sensitive soul and high intuitive person, you can come close to the person's soul, and you can also see the bad habits of a person, or they can see their own darkness through your eyes. You will be a mirror for them. They were afraid for Jesus because Jesus could discover your sorrow in your soul. So he was loved but also hatred, because the ego doesn't like to be discovered. The ego wants to protect him or herself in your system. The ego wants to stay the same, and the ego doesn't want to be hurted. So your ego doesn't like Jesus, but your soul loves him so much. Your soul loves consciousness so much, but your ego doesn't like the change, and that is going on, going on, going on. So if you're going into spirituality, people could be a little bit afraid for you, and mostly the people with the highest ego mind identification. So I can see in the eyes a little bit behavioral patterns, what the stage from you is, what the eyes telling to me. I can see in the eyes very quickly what kind of stage of evolution your soul is. So with meditation you discover these intuitive feelings, and you can also be better. You become better and better with which kind of persons you want to hang around, or which kind of persons you want to say goodbye. You can really feel easily what is going on and let people coming not too close to you. You cannot help the whole world, right? So you can really save your energy for the ones who deserve it, who the ones who are sensitive enough, the ones who reached higher developed frequencies. So that's on page 836. There, the story about the sensitivity of a Jesus follower, and a lot of people don't like you, don't gonna like you because you're reaching higher levels than them, and what Yogananda said in his earlier work, worldly people once always get you to their same level. They could be nice to you on the beginning to attract you. Oh, nice, welcome to the group. Oh, yeah, we are friends. But later and later the comments are coming. Oh, you meditate too much. Or they become jealous. Or the comments are coming to drag you down. Be aware of worldly people. Be aware of that and choose wisely the people where you want to go with, to go for deeper meaningful relationships. Then choose wisely with who you goes. Page 867, and that's also what Jesus did. Jesus realized that his lifetime was too short to give all the attention to the crowds. So he chooses 9 disciples to coach them one to one, to teach them, coach them whatever one to one, to share his energy one to one. He knows that the world was unready for him. He knows he was too early here because the evolutionary path is not yet there. But there are positive lights here in this world. I see a lot of people are going into yoga, into body work, and slightly some longer term of meditation is coming there. So there are positive signals that people are going into self-development and reaching higher stages of consciousness. So people are becoming more calm and relaxed, but there are big groups in society who are staying behind and are not there in this evolutionary stages. So there are lights on the end, on the horizon, but we are not there. So Jesus was in an unready world. And can you imagine? And that is also what Osher was saying and Hawkins were saying. He was in an undemocratic situation, right? He was in a war situation. You can be prosecuted for nothing, so you have no court protection system there in that period. So it was a really dangerous period where he lived in, and still he was centered there. Still he was centered in the difficult situations what this guy was in. And that is the God thoughts, the God mind, always being centered in what kind of horrible situations you were in as a young guy. What Jesus was, he was only 33 by his ending of his life, only 33. So very young, sensitive guy who was there and who was judged by nearly everyone because of jealousy and misunderstanding. Page 894. Jesus was mitigated the evil karma of many. So if you're going higher in your consciousness, you developed healing powers, you become a higher vibratory power. I talk with you later on, higher vibratory power, and you can heal people. You can heal people with your hands. You can heal people with your energy because your chakra activations can bring peace and calmness to people, and is a big healing force. But also mentally, he was able to heal the past karmas of people, right? So also mentally, he was a big support for people to dissolve the evil karmas of the past in the energetic system of a person. Indwelling, by page 947. Yogananda talks about indwelling. I like that word so much. It's the indwelling of God in your system. Indwelling mechanisms means giving your mind attention to the 7 holy chakras in your body, godliness, and or the 7 seals, the 7 seeds, the 7 seals, all the words of the same. So your healing power, your healing vibrational power is there to find godliness. So that is what's meant to go inside, to dwell in your body is going to all the chakras in one time, or Buddha used this technique, is going from jumping the chakras, very interesting, Osho further down in his work, is jumping the chakras from the 3 hearts on the row to the palm chakras, to your third eye chakra, to your crown chakra, to the Sahasrara. Jumping the chakras is the technique of Buddha, and I think Jesus and Osho are using all the chakras on the same time. You can mix here, you can try it out. Go to the crown chakra, grown to your third eye chakra, jumping the chakras, going there, and you will see that the indwelling process with the divine energy is coming there. 7 seals. And the God perception, page 1070, the God perception is trance-like interiorization. Trance-like. Yogananda call it trance-like. It seems you're not only spiritual drunk, but also in a trance state-like state. Trance state, dream state, I talked with you in the last videos. Dream state consciousness, dream state, trance state. You don't need to use LSD, no way. You can use your chakra activations to become in a trance-like dream state reality. You can escape the matrix vibration. Of course, I know it for sure, and you become in a dimensional change calibration world. Trance-like. And that's how I feel also the last months. I am in another time frame. I am in a trance-like state. I am in a spiritual drunk dream state. You can reach other states of consciousness. You can change your inner perspective and escape the 1118 page delusional matrix stages. You can escape the matrix. You can escape society. You can escape the calibration system where you are in. You can experience already the after death heavenly calibration level. Yogananda call it the after death experience. You can know how it feels when your soul is rising up and your body is left behind on earth. You can feel what wonderful death is. Celebrate death, celebration death afterwards. Celebrate it already. An after death experience. Becoming in heaven already is an after death experience. You reach already heaven and you bring heaven on earth. You will feel the ecstaticness, the calmness, the peaceness without any noise of the matrix. You're already in heaven because you discovered all the stages on earth. And you create vastness of God, 1183, vastness of God you reach with the cerebral throne of light, the light of the Sahasrara, the light in the brains, the light of the Sahasrara, the throne of light. The ultimate goal is your opening of your crown chakra, and you discover the light in the brains. The light spikes in the brains, what give you a wonderful, blissful feeling. Wonderful, blissful feeling if the spikes are going in your Sahasrara and the spikes are there, the spikes in your brains directly attacking the atoms and the brain cells. And I talked with Julie earlier about your changing brain energy system when you're attacked from the Sahasrara in your body. Your purifying holy energy is coming from the crown in your body, in your awakening mechanism, and you're conquered with godliness. You were in fight with godliness. Your mind wants to be somewhere else all the time. Your mind wants to be in another world, in the ego delusion matrix, but your soul doesn't want to go there. So you're constantly mind-soul fighting with your mind to go inside whatever you do. Page 1477. You're always in a conquered situation with your inner line to find 1562 Christ peace. To find Christ peace is a long journey. It's a long journey, at least 6 years of working on meditation and reading all the material. It's a long journey. It is not that you're sitting under a Bodhi tree and you feel ecstatic enlightenment in your inner body. It's not like that. Buddha was training so hard. Jesus was training 13 years of his life to train hard for his enlightenment, to train for his higher spiritual consciousness feelings. It's hard working, like Osho said, arduous effort to be always there, to be always in your inner line, to be always in fight with godliness and conquered this fight against the evil thoughts and the evil inside and the distractions of your mind. To conquer the distraction of your mind is not easy. Volume 2, Part 2 of this immense work, 800 pages of analyzing the commentaries of the original teachings of Jesus. I could tell everything to you. I made a summary about the most important things of this masterpiece of Yogananda. But it was a really wonderful book to read, and a really inspiring book maybe for you to read too. This 1600 pages of information about spiritual development. Thank you for watching, and I see you by the next video. Bye bye.